We're doing so good. Alright, got that out of your system, good to go? You ready?
Are you ready?
Are you feeling it, Mr. Krabs?
I've been feeling it like all day. I love this game. No, I really do love this game. Okay, cool. I'm live too. Shh. Okay, let's do this.
Quiet, baby.
So the way your controls are, jump is A, sword is X, shoot is B.
Okay.
Return is apparently left bumper. I don't
Okay.
know. I'll get mine together here in a second. Oh, ooh. Fight in a series of showdowns, master of the house, gain ultimate victory by fighting through each of the areas. Okay, we'll just do verses. Straight up verses.
Okie dokie.
This is Samurai Gun. Press X to join. Okay, there we go. I'll be right. Oh, you can also boost.
That was super jumping.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm level selecting.
We're gonna do this one. Okay. So the moral of Samurai Gun is to kill one another.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Like that?
Yep, like that.
And that?
Like that. Gotta remember my buttons. Like that. There we go. Here we go.
Can you deflect?
Yes, you can.
Okay. I don't know why I'm thinking like, oh, I gotta wall jump and stuff.
Oh, shoot.
I like just all of our corpses there.
Yeah, not good.
I totally shot a thing.
Oh no! Yeah,
This
so
feels really satisfying for not seeing.
damn it.
Come in the side, senpai!
Oh,
Come in the side!
Oh shush. Ball sack, dude! Nice! Killing it. Killing it.
Oh, you can't shoot down.
No, you cannot. You also might be out of bullets. You only get 3.
Oh. You're not.
I'm not. No, that's the benefit of dying. Get aggressive. Get aggressive. Balls. Not good. Not good.
No balls.
Oh, baby
Gun.
girl.
Oh, gun.
Oh, baby girl. Oh no, I thought I deflected that in time. Oh, this is bad.
It goes so fast. How am I supposed to shoot you through it?
I don't know. Better. Oh no! I gripped onto the wall and that was dumb. Don't do that. Yay!
What do you mean you don't vape, bro?
Boo. So yeah,
Hi, Kenny.
Samurai Gun. Oh my gosh. Chat is down for me.
I love this game already.
This game is great. This game is legitimately like just super classic. Super disappointed this is not on any consoles.
Those real gaming systems.
Oh, shut up.
We're
on a laptop.
You know I don't feel that way.
Oh no. Oh my gosh. This is. You also get the benefit of a mouse pad.
You want me to grab your mouse?
No, not a mouse. A controller. Oh, okay. I love this on the ground. Balls! I ran into it like a dummy. Oh, I ran out of bullets! Gotta keep track. 3 in the chamber, my man.
Oh, you just fall right back through.
Yep, sure do.
Oh, I don't like this game.
Oh god! Oh!
Yes, Hilo kill!
Oh, so good! Oh. Come here.
I'm sad there's no like crazy ninja flash thing.
Oh! Ooh! Your
my
head goes
head's
a
still
bouncing, my man. Yep.
We did it again.
Yep. Happens. Get good, it happens frequently. Ooh! Another
Oh,
one!
it's bloody water.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Well, it depends on who you ask. Oh, I slashed too late.
No!
Bloody water. Oh no! I forgot where I was! That was bad!
Loving the swordplay right now.
Oh, I forgot guns don't work in water, my man.
Oh, they don't?
No.
Oh, there's spikes there! What the hell? I still cheated.
Ah, I feel dead.
How did the spikes get there?
I think we hit it too many times. Oofed.
How do this?
Oof. Oh my gosh, Twitch is such a garbage platform sometimes. I mean, I love you,
Why aren't
Twitch.
we using Mixer?
Huh?
Why aren't we using Mixer?
I don't know. You tell me.
Dude, your guess is as good as mine at this point.
Oh,
Ooh, that one.
yeah,
looks-
this one is a mess.
It's like. Oh my god.
Hey, don't hit it so many times, will you? Ooh! Slice a Rugi.
Beat Sarugi.
Get it? It was like Mitsurugi except slicing. Oh no! My body has a hole in it that it didn't have before. Get out of there now, I dare you, coward. Oh, well.
Okay.
Yeah! Yeah! Oh, I almost ran right into this. Oh.
Hit it again. Oh no! Why didn't I turn around and hit it?
I don't know. I struck it through the rock.
Wait, can you volley?
I don't know, can you?
Yeah, let's try this again. Back it up.
I can't back it up any further than this.
I'm just gonna keep.
Struggling?
Yep.
Good shot.
Okay.
Alright. Might be out of bullets, you go. Yep.
Yep, that's kind of cool.
Yeah,
I like
super
that.
good. It's super good. Shit. Whoa.
That was spooky.
You know what else is spooky?
No! That makes such good noises. How many bullets do I have left?
I don't know, how many do you have? Why don't you try it out? That sounds
Zero.
like
Oh no!
I had
I
bullets.
swung! And I missed!
Oh no! I meant to hit up and I did not. Balls! Bitch! Oh no! J-Button, you failed me again! J-Button, you failed me for the last
I wonder if
time!
Andy's still talking.
Yeah.
Oh. You talk.
Too much samurai, not enough guns. You don't know what you're talking about.
There's been a lot of guns.
More forest! I think this one has no rocks, maybe?
No,
it's got rocks. Get your rock off. Fuck. Just enough for a one-liner, and then I died.
Oh no!
Ooh, baby! That was keyboard
I almost got
reflexes.
double dead.
It was keyboard reflexes, and keyboard feels like garbage fire.
Oh. It's not good when you feel the controller rumble while you're right underneath me. That's bad.
Some people might find that nice.
Oh, too soon.
Too soon. Too soon. Get up here.
I'm trying.
Yeah! I am the knight.
I can't go. There we go.
Oh
I was hoping I could run away, but I couldn't.
Ah no, my streak. It's gone. Oh, there's a rock there. That'd be wise to not continue hitting it. Well, gun does not work against sword, fun fact.
Whoa. A sword do a gun fight.
Oh! Well, there's that. What's that?
I feel like we need fancy ninja powers.
Oh no.
I'm not entirely sure what happened just now.
That, I was...
Oh, I don't have bullets. That felt super epic there for a second. Nope, that didn't.
No! Damn it!
Oh. Oh no!
I think the best part about this game sometimes is like feeling very controlled. Like when you do what you intend to do.
Very controlled or uncontrolled?
In both.
Okay. Because I was gonna say, I still plenty of time feeling cornered here.
Balls. That was bad.
It kind of makes me want to play Mega Man jumping puzzles.
That was bad, me. That was real bad. Pep talk, me. Get your shit together.
I was really hoping it would still let me do that.
Okay. Let's do... Ah, yes.
Wait, does Chasm let you, like, endless fall?
Yes. Yeah. There's potential too.
Oh.
Oh! Wow! Nice. Sorry, my wrist is suck.
Oh no!
Oof! You've been separated.
How long's my head gonna roll?
It rolls for a while. Oh no! It's just flop.
That was super close. Oh no, that wasn't.
Hey, your body fell next to me. You knocked your head off. Ooh! Okay. I did it. Oh no.
That
Oh no. Oh, I pressed J. It didn't do nothing. Oh, hey, you're out of bullets. Your head keeps falling. And I like it.
I'm trying to get this, like, keep doing that, like, gentle roll.
Here it goes. Oh! Ah! Oh no, that was bad. I feel bad. Nope, that was bad. Because I'm bad, you know it, you know. Well, piss and vinegar, children.
I love those clips.
Hey, gotta kill him before I lose. Oh, S and J. J's failed me all night.
So does Jordan have this game?
It's not online, I don't think. Which is, once again, why is it not on console?
I don't get it, dude. I would play this for like twice as long as I ever would have played Super Smash Brothers.
Yep, same.
In a heartbeat.
Well, I have actually. Let's be real.
How much is this one?
10 maybe.
Oh, it kept bouncing.
That was interesting.
Where am I?
Right there. Oh, you separated my head from my shoulders. Balls. Oh no, the icicle. Okay, well, there is that, I guess. Well, that's shitty.
Oh no.
Your body is next to mine. Because we're soulmates.
Where the hell am I?
Ah, piss. Well, there's that, I guess.
Oh, I'm out of balance.
And I'm out of life.
Oh, it's so good! Why am I swinging towards that now?
Get out. I'm close to my bodies. Well,
It's okay, except for my bullet.
Oh, wow!
Wow! That wasn't an accident. I totally meant it to be there.
Jeebus.
I got out of my own bullets way that time.
See, I told you I'd beat you at fighting games. Oh my gosh. Twitch has been seriously the worst client since I've gotten my Note 8. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is.
It's Twitch.
I guess, dude. Wow.
What is it? That's it.
Wow. Also, I like the buttholes scattered around the map.
That's what those are.
There's a lot of buttholes.
Oh. That's... Oh no! I jumped into it!
Well played, sir.
I disagree. Badly played.
Again!
More! The king demands more! Where the shit am I?
Right there.
Oh no! I'm just stacking them up there for you.
Yep. So far, so good. Like this. Oh! Wow!
Had to end it somewhere.
It really did. That was so dumb, Morgan. Good God.
Oh no! No! Here I am. I'm sitting behind this rock.
Yeah, heads.
It takes so long to figure out where this shit is.
This. How did I fall to my own move?
Oh no, I shot two from you.
No, I know. That's what I mean. Yes. Yes. Okay. The keyboard is bad. You should feel bad.
We can trade.
No, it's good. I like having a handicap. No, it's good. It's one of those things. Subscribe so we can get more 360 gamepads.
That's wired.
Yes! Yes! Why am I so bad?
I think it's the keyboard.
Is it? Can we honestly blame that? Because your head's still bouncing and I love it. I think they added more head.
Oh, I got hit by my own head. Wow, you got some crazy nothing there.
Yeah, dude.
Oh no! What the shit am I doing?
Oh, this. I forgot when you respawn, you get bullets. That was so dumb. I meant to press sword. I pressed shoot.
Oops.
And believe it or not, that does not have the same effect.
Stop jumping around so much, you fool.
Jump around more. Yeah. I go out on my own terms, says Peter, not Morgan, because Morgan is eating butt. Ah, damn it. Oh, jeez. Yeah, right. Oh, no. This is the worst.
Oh.
Oh.
I didn't even mean to do that.
That was good, though.
That was kind of fun.
Isn't that cool?
I really like the physics of it.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to be clever, but
Oh. That was really
you
good.
sounded very passionate.
Okay. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch.
How can we just bump each other up?
Pretty, like,
Does that increase the physics of it?
I don't know. I've never been able to time it well enough to be completely honest. Like, it's difficult.
Yep, it is.
Yeah.
It is.
Really,
indeed.
it really is. So, yeah, I don't know 100%.
Keep trying to double check.
Oh.
I feel sad that this garbage ass laptop is having latency issues for me.
Because you expected this garbage ass laptop to do better? Ooh, that was. I really didn't like that. Ow. Fuck keyboard, man.
Bacon, bruh.
If you just hold down W or just down button, yeah, you pretend to die.
I love that.
Yeah. So if it's like 4-player, you can legit strat is just like
Play dead and then.
especially in there's a certain area with like super tall. Oh, did it crash? Did your laptop just garbage crash on us?
It might have. It feels like
Oh
it.
gosh.
It's probably trying to download
Listen,
awesome
it sounds like fire.
Oh,
hey! There's a certain section with very tall grass, and it is not that section. Where the fuck is it? There used to be an area with really tall grass, and you could hide in the grass and die.
Were there Pokemon in it?
Nope.
No.
Thank God.
I could go for a ride.
We're here for another 40. Slope. This looks bad. Oh God, this is bad.
Where am I?
Up there.
Oh, that's spooky.
I was really hoping you'd fuck up.
I almost did.
Son of a bitch.
Your babushka cannot save you now.
Bah! Keyboard. Oh!
That was kind of banging. Oh no! It's gonna be me first. I keep trying to double jump like this is a game that does that.
Shit! Well, if you slash up, you can kind of jump higher.
Oh, there's a ceiling there. Oh no!
Oh!
Oh, I'm out of bullets. Oh! I'm out of legs.
Oh no, my claims. Oh my gosh! Oh, I feel so garbage.
Oh no! You feel better now?
Not much. Nope, feel worse. Why did I slash at the ground?
Why did I stand there?
I feel like one makes more sense than the other.
It feels good. Boss fight. Nope. I'm coming for you, Gannon. I almost beat you right into it again.
You really did. Oh no! I think that's some of the worst, like, death though. Oh wow, I thought I got you, not the other way around. Oh no!
Which button lets me dab? I think I have a reliance on the gun.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh,
yeah! Let's do that one.
baby! Oh my gosh! Oh my. Well, there's that, I guess.
Oh no! There's recoil on the guns.
Oh
Can you-
no,
can you
don't
hit
say!
things?
I don't know. Well, you can dive from the spikes, just in case you're curious. Fuck me. Well, another one bites. I was trying to hit through the wall.
I don't think it works. I was trying to.
Oh no! Oh, that's okay.
Join me, brother.
Ow, fuck! God, that hurts!
Makes me think of the JBL skeleton.
Oh, that hurts! Oh, the what? Oh, the skeleton.
Yeah, the skeleton. Oh!
Yeah, get boosted, dick.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Oh, I was really hoping I separated your head from your body.
Oh no! There's been so much death and those scores are so low!
No. The worst part is suicide. Suicide subtract.
Oh, that wasn't a suicide.
Nope. Oh, bitch. Oh, shit. Fuck. Fuck, damn it. All the hell. Oh god, the dexterity with the keyboard is bad. Is bad.
Oh my gosh. Maybe if we use our forehead.
Oh yes! Ooh yes! Ooh yeah, brother. Yes!
Oh, that's what I was trying to do.
I figured, oh, bitch! Oh, yes, a head separation. That's really all I care about, if I'm being completely honest.
Oh, I'm a bullet.
Oh, no, you're not. You liar.
I thought I'd
You're a liar and a thief. Whoa, whoa.
Oh no! I was so close to the end! Oh no!
Fuck! Jump button work! Oh, God. Look at this. Our dad's...
Oh, that's so good. Why isn't this on a console? Really?
I know! Oh, I know.
Oh, I didn't know. I made a mistake.
I made the mistake of not knowing.
Oh no!
Get out. Quit your...
I'm trying, but it won't let me. I swear.
R// quit your bullshit. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Damn it.
Oh, no. What?
Whoa!
What happened?
Samurai Showdown? No, we broke it. Fatal error.
Oh. I felt so epic, and then we just broke it.
Abort. Abort.
Oh, bye-bye, Samurai Gunn. You did so good.
Your computer can't handle Samurai Gun. Also, I can't fucking handle keyboard. My wrist tingles. That's
Really?
not okay.
You should play more WoW.
Fuck that. No. WoW is gross to me.
So, we're half hour deep. Do you want to switch to the other one?
Sure, yeah, we can switch
Is
to...
it on? What's on
Yeah.
your shoulder?
Hmm?
What? Looks like you rolled around in a cookie or something.
Oh, probably did. Yeah, let's hit up
shoulder cookies.
second game of the night, Lethal League, because the rest of the week will be covered by, or the rest of the month will be covered by Soul Calibers. So, I'll let you set it up.
Do this?
Do the ting.
Is it actually running?
No. Joke's on
Why
you,
don't you run the game?
because your laptop shit. Press play again.
They tried to tell me at the Best Buy it was a shit laptop, but you know.
Record while updating. Oh, app running. Okay. Good.
Lethal League!
Love Lethal League. No, fuck you.
Look at how excited you are.
Oh, God. Alright. Nope, bad motive. Versus. Okay.
Switch!
Fuck. What fuck? Oh. There, hold on.
That's you?
I think. Why is it not letting me change the... Oh, hold on. It's making it a computer automatically. Oh, God. Oh, Lord. What is going on? Press A. Okay. So it's assuming that you are the main player. I hate doing this shit. Player 1. Come up. Player 2. Okay, cool. Okay? Yeah, we should be good. Okay. There we go.
Alright.
Switch.
Stormtrooper switch. Yeah, baby.
Candyman.
Just go ahead and click start game. Okay. Quick overview. Oh, this is gonna fuck me up so hard.
Get ready.
Super Pog.
Play ball.
Okay.
Yep.
There's Bunt, which is going to strike it up.
Okay.
It's gonna give you 2 meters after you hit. Every character has their own meter thing. Swing up is gonna be different from swing down. Swing down. And then slamming it is going to be super, because it'll speed it up.
Yep. Damn it!
Yeah.
Damn it! Damn it!
Hey, that's me!
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Hup. Yeah.
Fuck. Oh, bad.
Yep.
Yep. Yep.
Oh shit! What'd I do?
You special moved it.
How did I do that?
I actually don't remember how to do it on...
Oh, it's moving so fast! Ow! Wow!
You feeling it?
I am. I'm kind of digging this. What?
Yeah.
Yep.
So your special move makes the ball go through once.
Damn it! Damn it! Damn it!
Ah!
Womp womp.
Yep. 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 Yeah.
Hey, fucking get good there, pal.
Okay. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Uh-oh. That didn't look good. Push buttons! Push buttons! Push buttons!
Too fast, too fast, too fast! Fuck. I set myself up for that one so fucking hard.
No, I didn't split!
Yep.
Jesus.
Yep.
Hey, don't get in front of my balls, bruh.
Oh, how else am I gonna get to him? I pushed Y instead of X. I don't think Y does anything.
Oh, it taunts. Yeah, that's what Y does.
That is important.
Fuck me.
Yep.
Damn it all to hell.
Yep. Yep.
I love
I
this
knew
song.
better.
Damn it!
Game.
It's me.
He gets loose.
The critical error was you.
So every character has different patterns, basically. Latch is a bitch, and I hate him.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
So I picked a good one.
you're gonna enjoy him a lot.
Okay.
His special move, he just holds on to the ball.
Oh!
Yeah, and he lets it go when he wants.
Get ready.
It's awful.
Play ball.
Admit
Oh, I
it.
get it, because his name is Flash.
You do get it.
Oh, I pushed the wrong button.
What?
I meant to do that.
I know.
Yeah.
I felt it.
No! Oh, look at that!
Fuck that.
That's it.
That's it. Yep, that's the one.
My special move is sit on it.
I love that move. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Oh, it's so close!
No. Fuck your latch.
I do.
You sure did.
That's a bad strategy.
That's not a good one. Fuck. You're an asshole.
I love this character.
Oh, damn it. The worst part is, like, I should be good enough to be better than this.
Oh no!
Sweet. That worked out in my favor. Also, this soundtrack is bad. And you should feel bad.
I didn't let go as soon as I could have.
Happens.
Why often?
Oh, shit. I really did not expect you to return volley on that.
Me either.
That makes two of us. Yes!
No. Shit!
This one I can obviously do a little better on. Because it's more about, it's less about like how fast you can react and more about knowing how the ball is gonna hit.
The critical
And my
error
carpal tunnel.
was you.
Alright. Let's get really crazy.
Oh, ruh-roh.
Nope.
Sonata.
No.
Switch.
Okay. Okay. Free for all, PD. Let's
Okay,
go.
let's do this.
Oh, there's another switch and a latch. Don't worry, I put them on the lowest difficulty
Get
possible.
ready.
Like, worse than
Play
good.
ball.
Oh, get ready.
I'll just be hanging out over here.
Every now and again, though, there's a good time. That was not the time. Oh, fuck me. Watch those computers battle it
Yeah,
out.
look at 'em go.
Ooh, they're so good at game. I love how they're like,
That's just broken.
they're good. OP nerf.
Hey, I won one. Look
You
at
did
that.
it.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Yeah, don't get in front of me when it's my ball, dude.
That's bullshit.
Get the fuck out of my way. Fuck. His body buffered it, and that was bad.
Where'd it go?
We meet again. It seems as though we do.
I don't know what's. Holy shit! Yep.
Get on my level, bro.
Bruh. That whole body buffer thing.
Shit, that's it.
I don't like
It
it.
is ass. Peter's like aggressively tapping under the table at this point.
Is that not how you play Pong?
Oh god.
Is that not? Was that you?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Uh-oh.
Let's get some. Let's fucking get some. Let's go. Let's go.
Oh my gosh. I still don't know how.
The critical error was you.
What?
I still don't.
Unlock a new player for life. Just a different color.
You're level 23 now.
Yay! It's a thing!
Yeah.
What's our timestamp? Oh, we got plenty of time.
Yeah, yeah. I'm trying to get good, but this is not my game.
Who's telling you to get good?
You're done.
Ooh.
I'm gonna be the Candyman again.
Alright, I gotta jump out of Twitch and jump back in because my chat doesn't load. Let's get real crazy. Options. Stocks, eats good, ball tagging on, ball type, beach, big, let's go beach.
Okay.
Let's get, oh wait, hold on.
It's him. He's here.
There you go. You can change your color too.
I'm ready.
Now you did the green one. Now you did the purple one.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, that seems to be everyone's favorite when it comes to Candyman.
Yep. Because it's the best one.
It's a really good one.
Yeah. It's
Get
the
ready.
best
Play ball.
People!
one. That's so big. Oh, I hate this. I don't like it. I don't want it.
Oh shit. This is so cool. This thing's so fucking bad.
Yep. Look out.
No. No! I saw my head and I just turned off.
Yep. Look out. Damn it.
This character captures me so well.
But that was so bad of me. That's why you don't touch other people's balls.
That's why.
Look out.
It looks so intimidating until it stops.
Look out.
I just want to touch it.
Yep.
Yep. Oh no!
That was, please clip that, Jordan. Oh, for the love of God, clip that.
No!
So many good ones. You can clip me the fuck out on Samurai Gun too. What?
Yep.
Why would you do that to my body?
Oh!
I'm just kidding. I would have done the same.
Oh no!
It can't go above 35, which is just fucking awful and garbage. Garbage pants.
Yeah.
So I'm still connecting to chat. Like that's how bad this is.
Wipe out!
Yep.
Fuck you,
Yep.
Twitch. Divas.
Yep.
Get me together, please.
Yep.
Look out!
You're so lucky that goes above you. Damn it.
Look out! Yep.
Yep.
Look out!
I still took it to the face.
Yep.
Now it's saying the requested video on demand is unavailable. I think Twitch.
Oh yeah, you haven't finished making it.
Wipe out!
Twitch just straight up hates me.
Yeah, I don't know why it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Like ever.
Oh my gosh, I just barely outran that.
Look out!
Well,
Yep.
Game.
Jordan clipped it. Yeah, Jordan. Okay, no more beach ball. It was bad. Bad call, Morgan.
Okay, big balls.
Big
Let's
balls?
have big balls.
I've got big
Wait, can the ball
balls.
speed go faster?
Yeah.
Let's go faster! Oh my gosh, yeah! Let's do that!
This is gonna be bad for everybody. I don't know what to do with it. Help
Get
me.
ready. Play ball.
Yep.
Wow!
Damn it!
Nope.
Damn it! Damn it!
Mistakes were made.
Jawbreaker!
Oh no!
Yeah, I was scared when you wanted to get it this high, but that's fine. I'm fine with it.
Sometimes it's best to just learn through experience. Well soon. Holy balls!
Oh,
I finally returned one!
nice job. No. Calling it now. No. By the way, slamming it doubles its speed.
Yep.
Oh. Nice job, by the way. Oh, yes. Bye.
You know what? I didn't get skunked. I feel good about it.
Yeah, no, you did not. Because
Let's turn that speed down.
yeah, that's
too much.
That's what I was going to.
That's too much.
Thanks, Speed.
I'm cool with 16. What if we do a super fast volleyball? Beach ball.
No.
is
No,
super
please
fast
don't
beach
do
ball?
that.
Yeah, let's do super fast beach ball.
Alright.
It only like ricochets 8 times off the screen before it stops.
Oh, in the padded room, this is fitting. Okay, I'm alright with this now.
Is it because
Get ready.
I'm crazy?
Yeah, it's because this is
Play
terrible
ball.
shit and feels.
Yep.
Nice flip.
Oh, that was quick.
Yeah, it's still locked at 35.
Wipe out!
Hang my head in shame. Oh, nice.
Yep.
That was not your best move. No, no.
Yep.
I'm just trying to
Damn it! Damn it! Damn it!
I swing a little soon.
Have fun spanking it over there. Fuck.
Yep.
I think my meta is baseball.
It's not a very good meta, if we're being completely honest. It's only applicable in certain sections.
Yep.
Damn it! I was trying to kickflip it.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh no! Really don't expect to win in this one.
Oh no!
Damn it!
I done goofed.
Yeah, you did.
Oh no!
Turned out.
I keep just jumping on it.
That's what she said. My most original? Definitely not. I should have seen that coming. That was so shameful of me.
Game!
Why yes, it is a game.
Buttons.
I'm sad that it didn't let it go super quick.
Me too. Beach ball is objectively bad.
I love baseball.
Okay.
I love lamb.
I love it.
Latch!
Really? You doing that?
We're gonna try it. We're gonna be shadow match.
Shadow latch.
Yeah.
Alright. Fucking hands.
Get ready! Play ball!
Pray. Pray.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
I did it with my face.
Yep. You done goofed.
Oh, that was with my ass.
I moved. No, I did not. Nerf switch. Hope you need nerf.
Pray.
Oh, I thought I was behind you. Damn it.
I was really counting on that.
I know. That one was behind you.
It was behind me. Came from behind.
Oh no! I got too cocky and just didn't move at all.
What?
Yep.
Shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
Not sure about that one.
The critical error was you.
Seeing you.
I can't. Fuck! The last thing I see is helping. For the ball latch. No, you ignored it. I see you seeing me. Oh, we're rematching.
We are rematching. I've got to make latch work.
Get ready!
I know that
Just
you can.
Play ball!
Bad call. That was not the way to do it. Punch it towards me, senpai.
I cannot for the life of me figure out these delays.
I was really hoping that was gonna hit you in the back of the fucking head. There we go. Fuck! That stayed on your tail longer than I expected.
Me too.
Damn! That did not do what I hoped it would.
Oh no!
Get decked! Twitch is such a bro dude robot. Which is what I hope to be when I'm an old man.
Oh, I managed to do it again.
Damn it.
Yep.
Fail forward!
Not kill,
A
bro.
robot, if you will. True.
What the hell are you doing?
Skating on the ceiling like a normal human.
God, I'm a real boy. Why do you keep saying I'm not?
That was bad on my part.
Yep.
I still think I would have tried it. Damn it. I love how like confident you get whenever you nail me, and then like a majority of the time, it's not that.
I won a normal one! I finally won a normal one!
worth my
Oh my gosh!
You dropped your controller, you're so exasperated.
Oh!
Exasperated. Alright. One more time.
One more time.
We'll go. What's the highest? Okay, we'll go 3. No, damn it.
Switch.
Damn it.
Switch.
It's telling you to switch.
Shut up.
Hey, there's no need for talk like that, sir.
No, damn it.
Switch.
You're random, so.
I know. Playing with the keyboard is hard. Have I mentioned that?
Yeah.
Alright, I said it.
Okie dokie.
Ah, fuck. I hate his hole.
Get ready. Play ball.
Wow, I didn't see that happening.
Damn.
Oh, I got
Whoa! He bumped you hard, dude.
Yeah. Ooh. His head should like explode something.
Fuck.
No.
We are not playing the flow like
Random dice is pretty good there.
shit.
Wow.
Shit.
These guys are at 7?
No, 4. God, if they were at 7, kiss your ass. Fuck me. My spacing is so bad. Nice.
Whoa, he is really good.
I pressed J, I did it! Keyboard? Don't do this like this.
That wasn't even fast. That's what,
Fucking back on.
yeah.
In the face! In the face! Wow.
It's been fun.
Yes, it has! Fuck!
This is definitely the note I want there.
Oh, well, okay, there's that. That's fine.
I'll be over here. You guys do me.
I'm not,
around.
Nothing is gonna turn around. Nope.
Now.
Game.
Damn.
Sliced and diced.
Fuck off. Alright.
That was clever.
Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna select him. It's gonna be dice. We're gonna do team. And we're gonna eject this for fuck. And we're gonna go red team.
All right.
And we're gonna show bitch's boss. I don't know if this level reset.
Play ball.
Is level reset? No, it's still
Being red. Oh,
Yeah,
he's
dude.
got a ping
It
pong.
rolls,
So
yeah.
it's
Eat shit.
Boo.
I was very thankful that you did that. Oh shit! He's on to you, pal. That's bad. That's bad.
We did it! We did it! We got the guy! What? Wow!
I pressed the button though. Spicy. But oh no! Wow!
That felt so good for a
No,
second!
you set him
I tried
up
to
so
set myself up,
bad.
but I set him up instead!
You set her up so fucking bad. Fuck out of here.
Turned out.
Spiked on.
Oh no! It's so low!
Game.
One robot stands alone.
The critical error was you.
That's it, that's it. We did it.
Oh man.
We marathon 2 games, 2.5 hours.
How did I wrap this around my ankle?
Like a
I'm a slave to the
fucking,
game.
like a fucking champion is what you did. Alright, that's it. Thanks for watching. It was a blast. And now we're gonna stop streaming. So
Bye.
listen to our podcast.
2 more Tryhards on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Google Play Music.
What he said.
Yeah.
Welcome to 2 More Tryhards post-stream breakdown with your host of the evening, part of the Tryhard trio, Peter
Nerd Well Rounded, that's me.
on Twitter, and
Yeah.
me, Morgan, at Bearded Catholic on Twitter. Tonight on stream we had, in the comment section at least, we had the third portion of our Tryhard trio, Jordan, at That Guy Jordan on Twitter. Tonight, well, we did a thing. We played 2 games in one night. So October this month has been fighting game month. We've tried not to go like the hardcore fighting game route. Most of it's been kind of like little off the beaten path fighting games. We started off with Dive Kick last week, which was something. Then this week we did a twofer. We did Samurai Gunn and Lethal League, which is actually getting a sequel here soon. And
Really?
I'm very, very
How do
excited
you
about it.
sequelify that?
More characters with more diverse hit styles. Because if you notice, like every character, we'll get into that later. I almost got into a super long rabbit hole about the game. So Samurai Gunn is like basically a party fighter is how I would kind of categorize it. It's pretty easy to get into, fairly difficult to master, and kind of dilutes, as we said last week about Dive Kick, it dilutes kind of the more difficult portions of fighting games into something that's very approachable and easy to learn. And then Lethal League is almost like an extreme Pong fighting game, where instead of doing direct damage to one another, you hit a ball and that ball does the damage to your enemy, essentially. So it's definitely a weirder one, and it did get a pretty decent amount of hype on the fighting game scene when it came out, and there's still a devoted fan base who loves it a great deal, and I personally didn't think it got enough love. I truthfully do love that game a great deal, so
I could tell.
I'm very excited for next spring when it comes to console.
I did see that. That was kind of exciting.
It's already on console. Like, I have it.
But seeing that we were talking about Samurai Gunn didn't have a console port anywhere, seeing it accessible in more places than on a PC, where obviously the keyboard is not the ideal way to do it.
No,
It's
no, it
exciting.
is not. Yeah, no, it's very exciting. So I'm excited. It's called Lethal League Blaze, I believe, and I'm very, very excited for that one to drop next spring. It'll drop earlier on PC just because that's where they dropped it first last time. So day one pickup for sure. I love Lethal League.
You sure?
Yeah, and I love Samurai Gunn. But
I've played both these games. I love fighting games. So Peter, this was kind of forced upon you tonight, and the next 2 weeks I'm also excited about because it'll be Soul Calibur 6. No.
Soul Calibur and then Soul Calibur 6.
Yeah, Soul Calibur, then Soul Calibur 6, because Soul Calibur 6 drops on the 19th, and I thought it dropped on a Tuesday.
Ruh-roh.
Oh, well. Anyway, moving on. So, these games were kind of... these weren't even on your radar. Like, I don't think
not even remotely.
Yeah.
When we were trying to figure out how we were going to theme this month, and even when we were just talking about theming months in general, I was super nervous about when fighting game month came.
Yeah.
And then fighting game month came for our second month, and I was super nervous. And I'm enjoying it a lot more than I thought I was going to.
Really?
To a pretty substantial extent. Samurai Gunn, I have every intention of picking up at this point. Like, it's the same sort of, I got to have it now as when I got Helldivers.
Yeah.
Lethal League was fun, but I don't know that I would play it enough to warrant buying it.
That's fair.
I don't know. The pacing and timing of Lethal League felt weird, and just sort of the like instantaneous response of Samurai Gunn felt more natural to me with the variety of games I generally play.
Okay.
And just having the simplistic art design, and having I liked having the arenas that mattered rather than just, a different
kind of swap
skin.
Of paint, basically.
Yeah, so I think between the two, I couldn't say that I didn't enjoy one. Like, I really enjoyed both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Samurai Gunn by far takes it for me, though.
That's fair.
Yeah,
no, that's
I
absolutely
really
fair.
enjoyed that one. Yeah, I'm going to buy it.
Yeah,
I am.
Samurai Gunn is it's I'd call it like an arena fighter, almost similar to in the vein of like Smash Bros. Or games of that genre, where you have a sword and you have a gun with 3 bullets. Guns.
That was a tough discovery to make.
Yeah, there's some slight variations on like what will happen. So like guns don't work in water, and there are certain stages that do have water.
Mm-hmm.
There are certain stages that have, say, like icicles hanging from the ceiling that you can cut
Learned
down.
that the hard way too.
That you can cut down and kill your opponent. So they're just like small mechanical layers that add to the overall depth of the game. And we didn't even play some of the crazier levels that they had.
I believe it.
Are
there any actual pitfalls in the game?
Or
are they all the endless falls?
We had some pitfalls.
Like some actual pitfalls, like to your death pitfalls?
Only with spikes. Like,
okay.
no, there's
no,
no
like just open holes or anything.
No. No. Samurai Gunn is immediate and effective. Like it's very quick. It has that quick respawn time that I know that you love a lot.
Yeah.
And I didn't even think about that before we started playing it. But it's just very rapid. There's no downtime with Samurai Gunn. And it's kind of funny that we played both games tonight, because while Samurai Gunn is fast and fluid, Lethal League is, you almost have to be cool and calculated.
Yep.
So they're very
not me.
They're very opposite ends of the spectrum in terms of what people search for in a fighting game, and ideally what you can get in a fighting game together. But anyway, so Samurai Gunn was super good for you. Lethal League,
it was still super good, just not something that I think would maintain interest for me.
Okay.
It's like it feels the same sort of like level as Super Smash Brothers to me, where like if somebody brings it over and says, "Hey, let's play it," I'm all about it, super enthusiastic. But it's not one that I personally would be like, I gotta play some Lethal League. No, I wouldn't go that far.
Okay, no, that's totally fair. Obviously, I own both of these games. Like, so Samurai Gunn, I kind of fell upon a long time ago back in college, and is just one of those indie darlings that I don't think enough people know about.
Absolutely not.
And just needs to be shouted from the rooftops. There are 2 games. Today I was on Twitter almost, not all day, but a lot of the day.
Jobs are overrated.
And I quoted myself as a Super Puzzle Platformer Deluxe Stan account. And I should really make it the Super Puzzle Platformer Deluxe and Samurai Gunn Stan account, because both games are just absolutely flippin' phenomenal and deserve to be played on literally every console.
Absolutely. I want Samurai Gunn on my calculator.
I want Samurai Gunn in my eyeballs, like that Futurama episode.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Oh my God.
You're gonna have to settle for Google Glass for now.
Are those even still on market anymore?
I don't know.
Oh
hell no.
That's what I thought.
People got too creepy with them.
I'm so surprised.
Me too.
I think it was funny because I think Samurai Gunn elicited the most. What's the word?
Samurais?
No. No.
It did between the two, to be fair.
It did. It did. You do have a point. No, it just the most split-second reactions from us, excited responses from us, just because it was you're so in it when you're playing it. Everything is moment to moment. Every time you clash swords, your brain just snaps into, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God. And those fights where you're consistently slashing up against one another just for one person to come out victorious is just... There's nothing quite like it. It is so satisfying.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked to go back and see how long those actually took when we had like the 2 or 3 back and forth.
Yeah,
because it felt like an eternity.
Oh, it's like a second at
most.
most.
Oh my gosh,
it is so short. But when it happens to you, you are just so in it. Like you zoom into that. There is nothing but that going on. And it's so satisfying. Samurai Gunn has some of the most satisfying, quick fighting game mechanics that I think I've ever really experienced. And I hope, and I'm curious because I compared Dive Kick in its kind of minimalistic stylings to what Samurai Gunn has to offer. Do you now see kind of what I was talking about?
I do. I think the pacing of them against one another warrants sort of
distinction.
A disclaimer. Distinction. Yeah, there you go. That one. I got the first 3 letters right.
Yeah. Nailing it. Words are our weapon tonight. We're just flinging them around.
So many of those
on the battlefield.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I can definitely see why you would find similarities between the two of them, but really just the pacing sets them so far apart from each other in my mind.
Yeah, no, and that's fair.
Yeah, I think it pretty much stops at simplicity of control scheme.
Well,
especially since you've got the lack of combos.
I disagree, because you still have spacing. Spacing and kind of almost frame data is like super important in Samurai Gunn.
Yeah, but you've also got the complexity of your movements of characters in Dive Kick that you don't have in Samurai Gunn.
This is true.
So,
that is a good point.
My thought is Dive Kick, you've got floaty characters, fast characters, teleporting characters, parrying characters. Samurai Gunn, you've got point A to point B. You're going to be moving at the same pacing, and you've got the even footing.
That is a good point.
So I among fighting games, it's sort of the same sort of distinction. I would say, like having a loadout in Call of Duty versus a map layout in Halo.
Yeah.
So similar, but a relatively heavy distinction by my perception.
No, I would agree with that. I think the comedic thing for me is if you were to give me the 2 side to side, I'd choose Samurai Gunn every time.
Oh, absolutely.
Which I think
without a doubt.
Which I think is really funny, because while Dive Kick really gives you kind of an intro into this is kind of what fighting games can do, the surrounding aspects of the game just are not that enjoyable or enjoyable enough to warrant a continuation of play. Where Samurai Gunn is something that you can just keep coming back to over and over and over and over again.
Well, it's mechanically interesting.
It is.
The surroundings weren't for Dive Kick, with the exception of character loadouts and such.
Right.
But having each arena be substantially different from the other, it adds a pretty substantial amount of depth with a pretty simple addition.
It really does. It really does. One thing I do just want to take a brief disclaimer, just a quick PSA. Playing fighting games with a keyboard is literal ass.
Yeah, I'm really surprised how prevalent they are on PCs.
Oh my gosh. Well, and maybe ergonomics would help a little bit, because we did not have that tonight. That was a flat ass laptop keyboard, but fudge, that was bad. That was rough. That was super rough. And I don't mean to hinge on that as I had a handicap because I was on keyboard, because that's not what I'm trying to say.
No, dude, I get it.
If you approach these games, please do yourself a favor. Make sure you do so with a controller. The game is so much better.
Or at the very least, an external keyboard.
Something.
Don't use the flat ones. Get a nice mechanical keyboard with the scoop keys.
Yeah, something that's at least going to be kinder to your wrists.
Yep.
Yeah, because that was.
Yep. That was rough.
Well, and especially for Samurai Gunn, that requires such precision and such high speed.
Yep.
And mobility. I almost think that a controller is necessary, because I think it offers you that more so than a keyboard.
Even just going to the D-pad from the thumbstick was a tremendous jump in difficulty.
Yeah, it's necessary. But it's also what makes Samurai Gun so incredibly good, is that high speed mobility, that equal playing field. So it really just comes down to how well you manage your spacing, how well you manage your speed, and how many bullets you have left in the chamber.
Yeah, I struggled with that one.
Yeah, that's a fun one to struggle with too, because if we had both had controllers tonight, I think we would have seen a little bit more volleying.
Oh yeah,
Because that was something that I legitimately loved doing,
and
just didn't feel like I had the ability to do so very well with the keyboard. But yeah, a lot more volleying, and when volleys go back and forth a couple of times, those get extremely tense and just absolutely delightful.
Even just the one return,
it's
back.
Which is it's. The thing that I love about Samurai Gun is it's this constant stream of just like, holy crap, like going on as you're playing all of the time.
Oh, yeah. You barely even have time to drop in before something else is already happening.
Yeah.
Which is so easy to stalk.
Oh.
So easy.
Yeah. Which is really, it's kind of a delight. When you have 4 people, it's absolute chaos and it is hilarious and it's great. It's just one of those games that's very, very approachable, and I sincerely love it for that, and I wish it was more prolific. But that's not all we played tonight. We also played Lethal League, which is, as I've said multiple times in this podcast alone, a sincere love of mine because of what it does to what we consider fighting games and what we consider, traditionally speaking, to be a fighter. It is drastically different, bizarrely so. Because of this aspect of not being able to go up and attack my opponent,
they're already dead.
There's something between us that I utilize to attack my opponent. And the differentiation in move sets is more the angles in which the ball will fly from my character and which way it will fly. And so speed of the ball rather than of your character, angle of the ball's trajectory, whether it will go forward or backward, whether you have direct control. All of these things are going to be big aspects of something like Lethal League, which is a little esoteric in comparison to most fighting games. But when you can grab onto it and get a hold of it, to me, it's one of the most satisfying and really kind of entertaining quote-unquote fighting games that you can find.
Yeah, out of what we've played so far and even what we're intending to play, I like the flavor of this the best.
Yeah.
The aesthetic of it is really, it's exciting just to look at. Like, I find, looking back at it, I find myself enjoying most when I was knocked out and just watching the movesets of the other characters in the computer match with you. Being able to just sort of watch it and not be bogged down in trying to figure out my angles, do trigonometry and get it all, laid out and set up, and getting to just enjoy the wacky, zany, fast pace of it.
Yeah. I mean, it Samurai Gun excels in its simplicity, while I think Lethal League kind of excels in its density. There's beautiful visuals, a very phenomenal soundtrack that goes along with it that I think cannot be spoken of enough. On top of that, there's a different aspect of fighting games that I think is really important to highlight, which is kind of like the memorization aspect. And I think no game really kind of focuses on that better than Lethal League, where if you don't know how to play your character and you don't know what angles your character is going to be able to pull off, then you're really not going to be that successful. And I thinking of that now, realize how difficult that must have been, and I apologize for putting you through that on stream.
Absolutely no reason to.
But it's about knowing your character and knowing how your character plays on the field to be able to adjust accordingly to how someone else does things. So it is a little bit more of that calculated aspect. It's a little bit more of that calm, cool, and collected. There are certain times where you can get away with not really moving, like from left or right. You can just jump up and slam the ball down multiple times and win a match if you're good and if you're able to kind of get the ball where you need it to go. But it's that kind of outside influence that's so bizarre, especially in fighting games, that you just don't see, which I think gives Lethal League like its beautiful spot in fighting game in the fighting game genre.
I want to play more Latch.
Latch
I feel
is
like I could be able to learn to be such a tremendous pain in the ass.
Oh, definitely. one of the things that I do really love about that game is I don't think that there's a single character whose special move is not an absolute pain in the ass. Like every single character's special move is just the worst when you don't expect it to be pulled off. Dice's kind of like spin ball move that he had, where he literally spun it over my head, kicked it back at me, really sucks.
Yeah.
The lady with like the hammer that has the speakers in it, hers like rockets and stops like 3 different times.
I don't think I stayed alive long enough.
You did not. You did not. And that one's just insane and really hard in the middle of a game to kind of calculate where it's going to go, assume or know essentially where you need to be in order to hit it back. And I think that's what I love about that game, is kind of knowing where you need to be and how to be there and how you need to hit it in order to return it. It's there's so much to that game, but there's also so little to speak about. It's just oof.
It really does need to be watched or firsthand experience to really get a good grasp for it.
I would agree. There's nothing quite like it, which makes it all the harder to explain.
Yeah, we sound like we take Pong really seriously.
Yeah, exactly. But it's Lethal League is deserving of far more than it currently has.
Yeah.
But it's a sincere blast, and I think it does kind of hit more of the serious fighting game niche, and especially that niche that maybe people weren't really looking for in fighting games. It's bizarre. But it wears that on its...
that don't require a great deal of memorization and memorizing techniques and sort of flow, but not like mechanical button presses.
Yeah, which is rare for a fighting game.
Yeah, I can't think of others that really execute it well.
No, at least not off the top of my head.
Give me 10 minutes on Wikipedia, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. But it's an absolute delight. Very entertaining, very fun. Very quirky, and that soundtrack is just banging. Love that soundtrack.
And again,
so much.
Easy control scheme too.
Very easy control scheme. Easy to learn. Well, decently easy to learn.
Yeah, it's manageable.
Difficult to master. When it gets to those high speeds, you start learning even more about timing, even more about spacing, and kind of that millisecond, nanosecond delay of like, okay, the ball is going to be held on for this much longer than it normally is. I need to be here at this point in time in order to be able to slam it or be able to hit it. If I charge hit it, this is how long or when I need to start it. It's weird. It's crazy. What I should have done is I should have gone into training mode just to show you, because when you get into, so at the bottom has a counter of the speed of the ball, and we got, I think, into like the 5,000s.
Yep.
You can get up to 1 million.
Oh, Jesus.
And the entire backdrop turns white. And it just, the ball, you see it like once every 3.
Beach ball was more my speed.
Beach ball was awful. Oh, I hated beach ball
That was
so
my favorite
much.
part.
I hated beach ball so much. I just could not get a good feel for beach ball. It just felt like I can't even explain it. Like the ball just doesn't carry. Like I didn't know what you could do
like
after
a beach
that.
Ball.
Yeah, it just like you hit it and it would go where you wanted it to for like half a second and then just drop and lose all of its momentum.
Yeah.
And on a game that's literally built on momentum, I could not wrap my brain around it. It threw me,
my favorite.
It threw me so bad. Like I was like, okay, you could bunt, but why would you bunt?
Yeah,
like
it's the same as a regular hit straight up.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was
Beach
bad.
ball was good.
Beach ball was bad. I hated beach ball so much.
It's so good.
Big ball was bad.
Big ball was rough.
Big ball high speed.
I don't know why I thought that was a good idea.
I don't either.
I should have known from the get-go this is a dumb idea.
That's what cracked me up the most was you're like high speed, and I was like, all right.
Yeah, no, I should have known better. I knew better, but you know what?
I wanted to see it.
Yeah, I've got to experience it all.
Yep.
So speaking of our experiences, what was your high point for this? How about, do we want to do for the evening or for each game?
I would say for each game.
Okay.
I think that feels more fair. I don't know that I could do it for the evening.
Okay.
I think this I said it on stream. Anytime I get a decapitation in Samurai Gun, that is life to me.
They roll so far.
Yeah, I think they've updated that since I played last, which granted was a couple years ago. They've added new modes since I played. But the fact that you can kick people's heads around, I don't think you could do that before.
It was so good.
It was so good.
It just kept rolling because there's no bottom, and they rolled and rolled and rolled.
Oh man! So yeah, that was definitely my high point. How about you?
I don't know. I think I've got Mega Man on the brain because all the wall jumping, like anytime you get to really utilize your terrain, I really like that.
Yeah.
So I think just the heavy influence Train had on your individual play style, and almost not necessarily like a forced play style, but definitely a heavy influence on how you play.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So
the
yeah,
arena
having
drastically changes how you play.
having meaningful terrain was good, and I still think that Dig Dug level was weird though.
Oh, where it's all forest bamboo and you cut through
weird.
it all. Yeah, it's a hard one.
It was.
It's one of the
and spikes coming out of rocks are stupid.
Once again, if I had a controller, I feel like we would have had more of a show.
Oh yeah,
because I really struggled with that keyboard on that level, like more so than I think I did on any other level. Was on that one, but it's a lot of fun if you can get good momentum going on those levels, just because it literally is the level you craft it to be. So it can be pretty fascinating, weird but fascinating.
Yeah, no, I really dig that. So
high point was the terrain,
the interesting and impactful terrain. Yes.
Okay. Lethal League, high points.
Beach ball, just all of it. Beach ball,
obviously.
Beach ball was fun.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And actually managing to win a normal match once.
That was good. Yeah. No, that was really good.
Yeah, feeling how to cheaply use Latch's thing, where I just like
no, it's not cheap.
Stand in front of you.
That's
and then
Latch.
Go to the back. Yeah,
that's literally that's the character.
It feels dirty doing it. And
it's dirty
to me.
Oh,
yeah,
it's dirty as hell.
Yeah,
I hate Latch for that reason.
Yep.
Because if you play a good Latch player, or you play even a good Latch AI, it's filthy.
Yeah. So yeah, Latch and beach ball.
Gross. High point for me, I think. I think it was the first time, and maybe the only time, where I slammed it enough for the background to change twice, where you were like, what? Like, just that response of just like, it can do that? What's happening? That was so entertaining to me, because it is something that you don't necessarily expect, and then when it happens, you're like, whoa, it does that?
Yeah.
This will happen?
And you know, it's not like impactful terrain, but like having that feeling of helplessness usually doesn't feel good.
No.
But it looks so cool that it feels good.
It like Lethal League.
It's okay. Like I'll take it.
Lethal League pulls everything off with so much style.
Yeah.
That sense of speed is given to you ad nauseum. Even to the point where, like I said, in training mode, it feels like you've stopped time. Like the ball, you see the ball maybe 3 times in a second because it's moving so fast. And I love that. I think it's so cool. So that's probably my favorite part. Plus getting it, like, I think we did it to Dice, where we had gotten it so fast that it had changed the background once, and it just smacked him in the face.
Yep.
Just so good.
Team play felt a lot better in that than I thought it would too.
Team
play,
play,
it was 2-on-1.
Yeah,
but still, it felt like actually like impactful, playing off of one another and being able to build that rapidly.
Yeah,
that felt good.
Yeah, team play in that game is actually, it's really, really pleasant because of that aspect of, it's almost more simplistic of being able to just bounce it off of each other.
Yeah,
rather than in a fighting game where it's harder to combo off of one another. In Lethal League, because it's almost this sport fighter sort of thing, there is this aspect of, like, when you're playing 2-on-2, it feels very sporty.
Yeah.
And less fighter-esque.
Yeah.
But
you're not crowding each other.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The spacing that is required to be able to work with one another, you don't crowd each other. That feels better.
It's very pleasant.
I think that's what it was.
It's very, very pleasant. And when you do crowd each other, it's not detrimental.
Yeah.
Which I think is really important too, because you can slam it and then I can jump in your space and slam it right after you've slammed it, and we've just doubled down on speed. And that's a legit strat. Like it's a good strat.
Yeah.
Because not only is the team opposing us expecting your bounce, but if I jump in, it's going to be my bounce. It's going to change it up completely. So, yeah, it feels real good in that game. Low point, Samurai Gun.
The spikes are garbage.
Yeah.
Like the learn by discovery is fine by me.
Yeah.
But when there's not like an opportunity for you to respond, that bothers me in games.
Okay.
So granted, it's got a fast enough turnaround that it wasn't hugely detrimental, but that first blow still felt pretty garbage to me.
Okay.
Outside of that, nothing.
Okay. No, that's fair. I think my low point in Samurai Gun is going to be the keyboard, just hands down, because there were a couple levels where I felt like I did okay on the keyboard. I lost, I think, every game. I don't think I won once, which is fine.
Those pillars looked rough with the keyboard.
It was awful. That's
Yeah.
actually the level I had in mind when I was thinking like the keyboard was really difficult. Like those pillars were the epitome of just like, this is not how you can play this game.
Yep.
Like if you actually want to enjoy this game, do not do this to yourself.
Nope.
So yeah, no, it was bad. It was real.
Pillars.
It was real bad. Yeah. Low point for Lethal.
I don't know that I really have like a low point. Like I don't know. It's weird because I feel like I either had like it was really fun or just sort of like null. So I guess I don't know. I don't have a low point, but at the same time, like it didn't quite grab me like Samurai did. I guess just sort of the swing from when you play games, the swing from like wow that was awesome to oh my god that was garbage. Like that almost feels good having that sort of rapid swing back and forth.
Yeah.
Having a rapid swing from oh holy what that so fast to okay so I guess the momentum shifts felt a little weird to me, so I guess that's it, the momentum shift in tone as the player and also just the weird momentum shifts of the ball. I couldn't quite wrap my head around that.
I think if I had the night to do over, I would have shown you Lethal League first and then Samurai Gun, because I think showing Lethal League after Samurai Gun is almost a disservice to Lethal League because Samurai Gun is so different, and because it can be more of a party game where I feel like Lethal League might be a little bit more hardcore in some ways.
I can see that.
So I think my low point in Lethal League is pretty similar to my low point in Samurai Gun. Is like it just didn't feel quite as good with a controller. Not to say that I dominate, because I can get shown up on that game real good.
That's how fighters work.
Real exactly. But there were legit moments where it just I didn't have the dexterity necessary that you can get with a controller off of that keyboard to get some of the things that I wanted to get going. There were some volleys that I tried to set up on a wall kind of against myself just to get my special bar up in order to slam it or do something with it. And I was just like, oh, nope. Nope.
Yeah, there was a lot of whiffing.
Yeah.
Early on.
Oh, oof. And whiffing in that game more so than anything else is one of the worst feelings.
Yeah,
it is.
It really is.
It is a garbage feeling.
Yeah. Well, you just completely lose control at that point.
Yep.
There might be recovery. There might be a return shot.
Yep.
Who knows?
Who really?
It's mystery.
Who can never be sure?
Mystery.
I think and I've done it before, the feeling of like the ball's right in front of you, it is your ball to hit and you still miss it.
Yeah, I did that a bunch. A bunch.
It is not a good
Makes
feeling.
me think of my first time golfing. Yeah, I think I should go back to the driving range. Hit a bucket of balls. Let's try this again.
It's like
go to training mode. I'll be back.
It's like T-ball. Like
Yeah.
when you're just like hitting the tee rather than the ball. You're just like, well, shit.
Yeah. This game is stupid. Go and play video games.
But that's our highs and lows, which we always hit. Now it's going to be our tryhard scale, 0 to 3 tryhards on how hard it is to enjoy a game and how hard it is to get good at a game. So Peter, start us off. 0 to 3 tryhards. How hard is it to enjoy Samurai Gun?
I think it's 0 without a doubt.
Yeah.
Like, just the amount of spacing and pacing, like even if you're bad at it, you're still going to get good shots in.
Yep.
And
those good shots feel real
Yeah,
good.
they really do. Like when we crashed the game, we're like, oh my god, we did something cool.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, it just crashed.
Yeah. Damn it.
But it even crashing the game felt good. So yeah, I'd say 0.
Yeah. No, I'd hardly agree with you on that one. I've said it before on this podcast, and I'll say it again. I use my fiance oftentimes to kind of gauge how enjoyable a game can be, because she's not a person who plays video games. She didn't grow up on video games. Video games were not something that could be in her household. And so if I can look at a game and say, I would play this with her, she would enjoy it, I know for a fact that game takes little to no effort to enjoy. And Samurai Gunn is one of those games where it is just so fun. The barrier of entry is so low that anyone can enjoy this. And you can turn the blood off, which I think is really positive, because, you know, it's a fun flavor for like people who enjoy something like Tarantino films or who enjoy, you know, classic kind of samurai cinema, so to speak.
Yeah.
But if you got kids in the room and you don't want that to show off, you can turn it off. And I think that's something that I really appreciate in games like that.
Yeah.
In games like Mortal Kombat, I don't think it works as well.
Yeah.
Which has been an option in Mortal Kombat for a long time. I just don't think it
feels weird.
It just feels weird. It doesn't feel right.
It's
but
Mortal Kombat.
in a game like Samurai Gunn,
out.
yeah, exactly.
There
That's
should be blood.
like the gore is part of Mortal
Yeah.
Kombat. Like you take that away, it's not really Mortal Kombat. It's just kind of a odd fighter.
Yeah.
But I appreciate
Street Fighter. Ooh, sick burn.
Screw Street Fighter 5.
Only play
Street
Fighter 2.
I could not get into that game for the life of me. And maybe that just makes me a trash player, but I don't enjoy Street Fighter 5.
Scrub.
Noob. But
good.
I really appreciate in Samurai Gunn that ability, because that is a game that I think kids can enjoy too.
Oh yeah.
Which I think is really, really cool. So let's jump into the other game. Why don't we do 0 to 3 Tryhards? How hard is it to enjoy something like Lethal League?
So this one feels a little bit weird for me. I'm gonna sort of open the scope a little bit.
Okay.
So far we've been talking about how hard is it to enjoy in the sense of playing it. I think in that sense maybe like a 1.5.
Yeah.
But I think you could absolutely be a 0 in watching it. This is something that I would get on Twitch and watch.
Yeah.
Like it feels like it'd be a really good spectator game for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which I don't think I've ever said about something in a fighting genre outside of, you know, watching my friends play Soul Calibur or something.
Right.
So I suppose in that sense it'd be a 0. If you're, you know, behind the wheel, I'd say probably closer to a 1.5.
Okay.
And depending on who you're playing with, you could drop it if it's, you know, a similar skill level.
Yeah. My mileage will vary, you know,
Yeah.
as is per usual. For me, I think Lethal League is a little bit of an acquired taste. I think that there's certain aspects of it that speak to every fighting game fan. But I think there are certain aspects of it that maybe just speak to, I don't know, that cross section of fighting lovers and sports fanatics. I don't really know.
Fighting Pong fans.
Yeah, it's such an odd game.
Yeah.
But in all of those reasons, that's why it stands so tall for me. And so I might lower it by like a 0.5, but I think it's kind of a solid 1. It's either going to be a game that you think like basically walks on water or hangs the moon, or it's a game that is kind of just there. Like it's fascinating, it's really interesting, it's beautiful to look at, but it's not something that you really want to play. And I think just in our answers alone, I think that kind of we embody those two visions of kind of the person playing this game. It's like, I love Lethal League. You would love watching it, which I think is really, really cool, because I would as well. Like that's not something I'm against, but I would watch it to learn. Yeah. And I think you would watch it because it's like, holy shit, did you see that? Where like I'm not really into that very much. Like Twitch is lost on me for the most part. But like where people love watching Overwatch, yeah, I could get down on watching some Lethal League. Like those the energy in a room like that would be insane. So yeah.
Well, I feel like with this too, like you'd be watching the player cams and you're not going to have the Hearthstone, you know, deadpan phase, Overwatch, deadpan phase, Halo, Call of Duty, deadpan phase. You're going to see a lot more vibrance.
Yeah.
I feel like you'd match the game really well playing.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and I think it's hard not to be kind of excitable when the speed amps up high enough to where the screen starts shaking and the colors start changing and inverting, and how can you not get hyped over that? Like even if it's your Doom,
even on the wrong end of it, it's
you're
still
just like,
excited.
Yes,
give it to me. Give it to me.
Yeah, I mean, I have been on the wrong end of it. I'm just like, oh,
I'm ready.
Yep. Yeah. I really, yeah. So I think it's a weird one. It's an acquired taste for sure. But if you are, I feel like everyone should at least give it a shot.
Absolutely, without a doubt.
So let's go back to Samurai Gunn. 0 to 3 tryhards. How hard is it to get good at a game like Samurai Gunn? This is a weird one.
It is really weird. I don't know. I'd say from what I experienced with space management and level management and, trying to weigh risk versus reward of letting yourself take a shot or commit a suicide so that you can get your bullets back. Like, I feel like there's a really surprising amount of variables to be tracking at any given time.
Yep. There's a surprising amount of depth to a game that feels very shallow.
Yeah. So I don't know. Honestly, I'd say probably like a 2, maybe.
That's actually where I was thinking as well. Not that we're trying to match our numbers, but Samurai Gunn to me has always been kind of a 2 in the sense of like, yeah, just because you know how to swing the sword in the right direction or shoot the gun in the right direction, that's part of the equation.
I think the pure mechanics of it are pretty straightforward and simple. But there's a lot of thinking moves ahead.
Yeah,
that I did not anticipate from when I was watching footage of it earlier in the day.
Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely say it too. There's a lot of information to track that
definitely
would not be something you anticipate at face value.
And
but you get into it really quick, 10 minutes deep.
You do.
You're going to be counting your bullets. You're going to be weighing out if you should just jump off the cliff, looking for ways to kill yourself. You're going to be thinking about it.
Yep. Oh, absolutely. And I think that's what sets Samurai Gunn apart in some aspects is kind of the way you start thinking about the mechanics of the game are very different from what you'd find in a traditional fighter because of that limited bullet usage, because of sometimes the pure kind of deadly nature of the arenas themselves. Now, Samurai Gunn, to my knowledge, is not played in a professional scene in any way, shape, or form. There would definitely be levels that would be preferred over others just due to the fact that it's the same in games like Smash Bros. If
look at a player skill versus the randomness of the level versus so on and so forth.
Exactly. So I think there'd be certain variables that you'd almost cut out. Oh, dang it. Yeah, I think there'd be certain variables that it'd be variables that you cut out, but I think in doing so you almost neuter the game a little bit. Where in Smash Bros, I don't think that's really the case. It just becomes an even playing field, but I think part of the fun in Samurai Gunn is the playing field itself. So
that was literally the fun high for me.
Exactly. It's a huge portion of this game, and I'd really, next time we do this, I'd love to get a second controller. I'd love to do that spikes level again, or the pillar. I'm gonna
try and snag one from Matthew.
I know that I have one. I just need to bring it over. So just remind me, and I can bring it over so we don't ever have to do this again. But yeah, I mean, doing that pillar level alone, just again, would be such a delight. Yeah. So yeah, I think a solid 2 is in order, because even if you just get the core pieces, which I've been in groups of like 4 people who get the core pieces, and then I'll throw in like a fake death on someone where you just lie down and they've killed everyone except for me because they didn't realize I was faking my death. And they're like, "Wait, why isn't the counter coming up? Why haven't I won yet?" And that's when you pop up and slice them, or pop up and shoot them. And just that extra layer of like, I didn't even know this was here is so phenomenal out of that game.
Yeah, and I think that's what makes this a fun 2 versus a challenging 2 for me too. Is that it's a matter of like thinking ahead personally rather than trying to read opponents' moves. Like that's still something you need to do.
Definitely.
But it felt like a lot more of it was weighing, risk to benefit factor of do I die? Do I,
Yeah.
waste that environmental trap, etc. rather than
Right.
like, do I need to high block or low block?
Right.
And,
Yeah.
and that's something I prefer, one that's more on my choices rather than, effectively reading an opponent, especially
Yes.
in a 4-player match trying to
Oh.
read 3 other people.
Oh.
Like that wouldn't be fun for
It's
me.
brutal. Yeah. And like kind of let's just slide in because I think that's a really solid kind of transition into Lethal League. How hard is it to get good at Lethal League? 0 to 3
Very.
tryhards.
3.
3. Really?
3. That game feels so over my head.
Really?
It feels so over my head. I could not wrap my head around the weird pauses. Like watching you play, like obviously they make sense to some extent somewhere. I could not for the life of me figure out where the pacing
Really?
went. Yeah, it totally over my head.
Interesting.
Like when it got going fast in that one match, I was literally just hammering on the bunt button, hoping that I'd catch it just right. And like there were a couple of occasions where it was like I'm just gonna bunt and hope it
Hope
works.
and pray.
And it did a couple times.
It did. It
And
definitely
so
did.
I mean that's why beach ball was fun for me. Is it put it at a pacing that made sense to me. You hit a
Okay.
beach ball, it's going to decelerate rapidly towards the end.
It's so bad.
That made sense.
hated
But
it.
just like it's flashing, it's waiting. Oh God, I'm dead. Like that just I could not wrap my head around it.
Do you think that would be something that given time would become easier?
I think it's possible.
Okay.
Um
It's a question of whether or not you want to spend that time.
Oh no! I like again. This is a game where I wouldn't personally go out to buy it, but if somebody sets it in front of me and says "Let's play,"
Yeah.
I wouldn't skip a beat. I would be in it wholeheartedly, no
Okay.
problem.
Okay.
But it's the same sort of thing as like with most fighters, like the timing for like when can I interrupt a combo,
Yeah.
when can I counter a grapple, like those sort of weird timing things.
Yeah.
Where there's a lot of like stuff happening on screen. That's the stuff I struggle with.
Interesting.
So
Okay.
it's like major emphasis mechanically is probably like my biggest weakness in fighting games.
Interesting.
So
I wouldn't have even thought of that as a thing.
It's so far over my head.
Okay.
And I mean that really speaks to how fun this game is, though, that I enjoyed it like
Yeah.
start to finish. But
No, that's
it's
legit.
so confusing.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
It gets really like, yeah, it's just an esoteric game. Like
Yeah.
it defies a lot of explanation. But yeah, I think I'd probably go a notch below. I'd say maybe 2.5. No, I think 3 is actually a really comfortable spot because that skill ceiling, even if you memorize how every character hits the ball, there's still going to be that kind of unknown variable of what your opponent is going to do.
Yeah, it's
And-
that reading your opponent that I tend to shy away from.
Yeah. And that's to me like I think the things that you hate about fighting games are the things that I really love about fighting games is that like caught you in something that you didn't expect to be able to be caught in, or kind of that like haha caught you with your pants down sort of thing, which the Lethal League is full of. And then the other thing is being able to read your opponent and kind of what they're doing. I love that. Because I love getting into the headspace of like where my opponent is.
Yeah.
With Samurai Gun, you can't do that.
Yeah.
It's too fast.
Yeah,
It's-
that's the thing is I either need to be too fast that neither of us can do it, or
Mm-hmm.
slow enough that I'm able to catch up.
That's fair. So yeah, I think there's a certain aspect of this game that like definitely hits these 3 sections where like I've had games where people just straight up styled on me. I played online and regretted it. People were just slamming that ball left and right.
Games are so hard, man.
They are.
They're so hard.
The skill ceiling is enormous.
I can't even see it.
Neither can
can't
I.
even see
and
it.
that's kind of what I love about them is there is no like quote unquote mastery of a fighting game, because even if you're at the best, you're always striving to continue to be the best. And I love that. I think it's really, really phenomenal. Because there's always a challenge around the corner. There's always something that's going to change, or something that maybe you haven't seen. Someone does something with a character that you did not expect. And I think that kind of that like basic, almost instinctual, that primal change up is really just something to behold.
Latch is gonna grab the ball and he's just gonna like lob it to you.
I hate Latch so much. I've gotten styled on by just AI Latch so many times because he just grabs the ball. I'm like, all right, and he just lets it loose when I didn't think he could. And garbage.
Yeah.
Garbage. Hate that character so much. I don't even want to play him. I hate him so much. It's just, it makes me so mad. But that's what we do at Two More Tryhards. We play the games on Twitch. We go over the games in a post-stream breakdown. We hit our highs, lows, and our 0 to 3 scales on how hard is it to enjoy, how hard is it to get good. If you enjoyed what you watched tonight or like what you heard, follow us on Twitch, follow us on YouTube. We don't have a YouTube URL, but our twitch.tv/2moretryhards URL is available to all. If you subscribe on YouTube, it would be a great favor to us, as the more subscribers we get, the closer we get to actually having that URL that we can just hand to you on a silver platter so you can watch us there as well. If you like what you're listening to, you can always find us on iTunes, Google Play, or pretty much wherever you find your podcasts. And if you enjoy what you're listening to on this podcast, please, give us a rating. Let us know how we're doing. If you have any questions for us, or if maybe you're kind of soured to us and you'd like us to help improve kind of what we're doing, you can hit us up, twomoretryhards@gmail.com. We're also on Twitter on our various accounts. Peter is
at NerdWellRounded.
Jordan is at That Guy Jordan, and I am at Bearded Catholic.
And we are at Two More Tryhards.
All three of us there. You can hit us up individually. You can hit us up at Two More Tryhards. All three of those are phenomenal. If you sincerely love what we're doing, please, tell somebody. Tell your friend who listens to podcasts and likes video games. If you have friends who watch Twitch, let them know that we're there as well. It means the world to us that you guys listen in the first place, and your continued support is what keeps us going. If you want to support us more directly, patreon.com/2moretryhards. There are various pledge tiers that you can donate to, and one of them is
Tryhard Treasure Chest.
So close.
We'll get there.
We'll get it. Tryhard Treasure Chest, where it's a curated list of three games that we sincerely love and feel like everyone should also be able to enjoy. So if you donate at that level, you're still saving yourself some money from buying those games yourself. We've made it so it is a little bit of a deal for you, the consumer, plus you support us directly, and we cannot thank you enough for that. Peter, am I missing anything?
We should probably say that we stream on Mondays at 7:00 p.m. Pacific Standard.
Yeah, we do that.
Every Monday.
We've had to switch it up just due to life and things that come up. So Mondays, 7 p.m. West Coast time, pretty consistent. We're gonna hit daylight savings time here soon, so that's gonna change. But always catch us 7 o'clock. That's always our goal. If we don't hit that time, you can follow us on Twitter, and we keep constant updates of what's going on, why we're not on when we say we want to be, etc. Because we have lives outside of this.
And we don't know how all of our stuff works.
No.
We're still learning this.
Technical difficulties abound at times. So we appreciate your patience. We appreciate your continued support. And thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for everything you do. Peter,
I can pleasure myself to both of these at the same time.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta see this.
Yeah, I can do the thumb and pinky on a controller.
Okay.
And then I can do the WASD with my left hand.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just use my face for the buttons.
Just face roll.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'll do.
I will. My continued pleasuring of myself to both of these games.
Yeah, I'm buying Samurai Gun. Absolutely, I'm buying it. Yeah,
good.
Absolutely.
The minute I get a 360 controller over here, I want to play more.
Absolutely.
And some more Lethal League.
Dude, Extra Life. We could do that for hours.
Oh, yes, baby.
Yeah.
Grill. Yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
We gotta figure that out, too.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you guys so much for listening.
Bye, guys.
Bye.